Hey there! Welcome to the fourth installment of Confessions from the Writing Bunker. What do you guys want to talk about today? Prince, what should we talk about today? Plant, what do you think? When you're home alone writing all day, you get real close to your plant friends. You really value their opinions. I wish I was kidding. You think so? Oh, that's a good idea. One of the biggest challenges we face when we're trying to transform our reality is we are trying to do it from the reality that we presently exist in. I'm writing a book called You Are a Badass at Making Money, and this morning I was writing about how when you transform your perception of the money that is available to you, you really got to stretch the old mindset. And so I remember back in the day when I was doing that very thing, I was told that it was possible to make my annual income in a month. My annual income in a month. I mean, that didn't even make sense to me. Once I was able to grasp it, I realized, other people are out there doing it, so why can't I? Even though at the time I was living in a converted garage. But the important thing here is, and this will work with anything in your life, if it's money, relationships, losing weight, starting a business, whatever the hell you get going on. The most important part here is that you open your mind to the possibility first. Because the way you get stuck in a rut is you see things from the perspective of the reality you are currently in. And you believe this current situation of yours to be the truth. So let's say that you constantly lose 20 pounds and then 3 months later put it back on. Or you have a pattern of dating people who are really unavailable. Or you always seem to work for these really domineering, unappreciative assholes. Okay, so that's your quote unquote truth, and you believe this to be your truth. And because you are focusing on this and you believe it's your truth, you will continuously keep creating the same thing over and over and over. Because what you focus on, you create more of. But when we remember that we are powerful creatures and that our environments do not create us, but rather that we create our environments, and we decide to play in the realm of the miracles, of the miraculous, darling, shit starts getting crazy good. So, for example, when I woke up to the reality that I could make my annual income in a month, I mean, I obviously had to do some work and it took some time, but it was so much more exciting than my original plan, which was just, to get my ass out of debt and maybe buy a car that worked, fancy stuff like that. And because I was open to such much bigger and much more miraculous possibilities, the opportunities started presenting themselves. And what I mean by this is they were obviously already there, but because I was thinking so much bigger, I was able to see them. Had I still been in sort of rickety Genville, thinking that, I had to settle or that I could only create things that were sort of quote unquote realistic for me, I wouldn't have seen these opportunities. And I will tell you that these new opportunities are going to come in the form of stuff that you really don't want to do because it is freaking terrifying. When I decided to transform my whole money situation, I, met this coach because when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and she was really experienced in teaching people to do what I wanted to do, but she was so freaking expensive, and I put it on my credit card, which scared the living crap out of me. And then she inspired me to do things like double my rates, which also scared the crap out of me. And, I worked with clients that I thought were way out of my league. So that's the kind of stuff that will start to present itself, and that you will suddenly no longer be like, no, as if. It will suddenly be like, oh, that's what I got to do. So here's what I want you to do. Pick an area of your life that you would love to massively, massively change, and spend some time fantasizing about it. Read biographies of people who are kicking ass in that particular area, or go hang out and look at magazines, just to sort of, get you to that place of noticing what really is possible outside of your current realm of reality. Okay, so once you pick a specific thing, it has to be a specific amount of money, or a specific amount of weight that you're going to lose for a specific amount of time, or a specific kind of person that you are going to meet and make your mate. Make them your mate. Figure out the specifics and then come up with some kind of mantra that you are going to repeat over and over and over. For example, mine was, I make $40,000 a month doing what I love, because that was my annual income at the time. And even though I sounded kind of like a crazy person to myself, I said it over and over and over and felt really excited every time I said it. So figure out what your mantra is, and then be on the lookout for these opportunities, and your compass will be your fear. So if something comes at you that is so insane and so terrifying, but is in the direction of your goal, do it, and do it immediately, because if you wait, or if you hesitate, or if you think about it, you will talk yourself out of it so fast you won't even know what hit you, because all your doubt, fear, and worry and all your current reality will come blasting in and sit on your head like a giant gorilla. So get your mantra going, and then look for the stuff that scares the crap out of you and do it. Alrighty, so that is my hope for you this week, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you for watching.